Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lecture-3 Academy. So I believe last video you learned a lot about the infrastructure, what is reasons, what is the AWS history, how they are performing and why we picked the AWS for this course, right? And in the last video, at the end I have shown you have to go through this video, and I believe now you have created your own AWS account and you are ready with me to navigate to the AWS management console. So in this video, we are going to have a small tour of our AWS console so that you will become familiar with the AWS services, right? So before that, AWS has the global services. Global services means there is a few services which does not depend upon the specific region you are sitting or you are setting up your infrastructure in India, America, EMEA region, APAC region, no matter at all. AWS having few services which has a global, and most of the AWS services are region scoped. That reason that we have seen in the previous recordings, like previous PPT, we have seen, right? This is the Mumbai, Hong Kong, Oregon, North Virginia, Ohio, Ireland, London, Paris, all those things. Okay. Now, come to the point. Few services which is a global services that we call it, that is the IAM Route 53, which is a DNS service. That then we have the CloudFront, which is a content delivery network. We have the web application firewall. And if you talk about the region scope, as we all know, most of the AWS services are the region scope. So region scope services are Amazon EC2, Elastic Beanstalk, Lambda, Recognition, SageMaker. All of most of the services are the region scope. So without delay, let's get into in our AWS management console and see what are the different options we have, how to navigate, and the few things that we have to take care about, right? Okay. So this is how your AWS console will look like. To log in into this, to log in into your management console, you must have few credential, right? So you have to come AWS console. Here you can see the sign in option, then the email ID and the password that you have already set it up. Then you have to use those credentials to log in into the AWS management console. Once you log in into it, you will have this management console, right? Already I'm logged in. I'll just open and show you how it look like. AWS login. You have to come over here, click on this, the first link, click on this sign in option, and then here you can see the option sign in as an IAM user or sign in as a root user. So click on the root user, and the email and password that you have set it up while creating the account, you have to use the email ID and the password, and you will be able to log in into it, right? Now I have already logged in. So once you log in, you have this space blank because there is no recent visited services, and for me there is a services that I'm regularly visited. But this is the first service, like this is the first page. When you log in into the AWS console, you are able to see this screen first. Okay, and there is a very interesting thing that we must know. First, here you can see the console home and the recent visited services. So if you are visiting the few services on a regular basis, so on the first page you will see those services over here, because you don't need to navigate each and every time. Whatever the common services you use in your regular life, all those services will be listed over here. If you have created some application in any specific region, that application will come up over here, and here you can see these applications are region specific. Here it is a US East one. If there is other supported region, you can click on it. If you have the application, you are able to see here only. Okay, below that, if you go welcome to the AWS, there is a few official documentation. When you start with the AWS, you will go with this getting started with AWS, training and certification, and what's new with the AWS. All this welcome documentation are listed over here. Along with that, if there is some issue, if there is some schedule changes are there, if there are any critical notifications are there, those notifications, those critical issue will come under this AWS help. Okay, and these are showing last 7 days. Along with that, if you are using these services, you have to pay. As Amazon is as you go on service, like as you use, you have to pay for that. There is no provision service, provision amount for it. So if you are using some services, there would be some costing for those services, and the costing part you can easily navigate over here. We have the dedicated console for it. Here you can see, go to the billing and cost management console. We definitely have a dedicated console, but as an overview or a brief idea about the cost, you can go through this cost and usage dashboard. And here you can see the current month. This is the dollar that I have used. Forecasted month end, it can be $45. And what are the services causing these amount? These are also listed over here. EC2 compute, EC2 other, SageMaker, other, there is other services, Bedrock, VPC, all those things are here. So I hope you will get a brief idea. There is a lot of information below that, but these are the basic information you must know once you log in very first time in the AWS Management Console.